or upon the Globe Theatre.
So what I have told them is I have no idea what you're doing today, that Cecily's choice was the country, and I don't know what that means.
These people are a little crazy who voted.
I told them also a little bit about the nightclub, and I'll tell you that more about that later. And I've covered a bit about the church, feasting, fasting, and butter.
Have we talked about my beaver?
We have now talked about your beaver.
Oh, they're a French crowd. So, welcome my lords and ladies. I do me be Mistress Cecily Clack, the most cleverest, cunningest cook in all of Christendom, and the woman who puts sauce into saucy wedge.
And I'm Thomas Bodley, steward of the mayor, her boss.
Which he feels really important to tell you that he's my boss.
If I don't tell them, they'll never guess it by the way you think.
Right, I treat him way better than anyone would ever treat just an employer.
Oh, la la.
Very French audience, which is something somewhat appropriate for today.
Oh, yes?
Because for Cecily's choice, in honor of His Majesty's impending trip to Calais,
Alright.
because Calais is kind of France but kind of England. We say it's ours, they say it's theirs. Hard to tell. It's Saturday, could be something else tomorrow. I have taken some traditional English dishes and some traditional French dishes and kind of Cecily'd them. I know. So I've taken some of these dishes, some French dishes, some English dishes, and I've kind of put Cecily's special twist on them. And there is a theme to all of the food and drink for this week. So if you guess it, you can let me know. So we'll start off with, Master Bug.
Hi.
This is the start. So this is an oyster shooter from O'Sharks.
That's very good.
So oysters are very, very popular food if you live on a coast.
Right.
We don't.
Right.
But there's a lot of pirates in this village. And if you pay the right one enough money, you get oysters. But you want to pay them well or you're not getting good oysters.
Oh.
Right.
Right, and everybody knows you don't want a bad oyster. These are very
Been there,
good oysters.
done that. No.
So, as Master Bodley was explaining to you, the things that control what we eat and drink are, first of all, how much money you have. The more money you have, the better food you can afford. That means if you're wealthy, you're eating a lot of meat. Boar, beef, fancy game birds, like peacock. That is very expensive bird. If you're poor, you're eating a lot of vegetables, because you can grow those yourself. If you're getting meat, it's probably chicken, and it's probably not all that awful. If you're wealthy, you're eating 3 meals a day. You will break your fast, that's the word breakfast, with some cheese and some fruits and some ale and some bread. If you're poor, you break your fast perhaps with something called pottage.
Pottage is what's ever left in the pot from the day before. And you just keep adding to it to stretch it out until it all goes round.
If it leaves the pot on its own without you ladling it, it's time to throw it out.
And then you start over.
And then you start over. And then you'll have another meal later in the day. But if you're wealthy, you will have 2 more meals, supper and dinner. Each meal will consist of 3 to 5 courses. Each course, 5 to 7 dishes. Do not fill up on the bread. Unless you're at the end of the tables, because
Whoever is the highest ranking person eats first. And they take as much as they want. Then the plates get passed down to the next person, and so on through the ranking of the people at the table.
so if you just happen to be a lowly person in the court, eat the bread.
Aye.
Aye. And nothing goes to waste.
The king has declared any food left over must be given to the poor.
Oh,
As always.
that's
Our
not.
king is very, very good about that. Other people, if you are caught throwing it out, it is a very serious fine. Because what's left over from a kingly feast makes really good porridge. Trust me, it does. So how much money you have, and now things that, besides meat, like the rich do not eat a lot of vegetables. Occasionally they will, they're usually cooked with meat. That's how they like that. But there are some things that the poor and the wealthy both do enjoy.
Yes.
Fruit is one of them. Making torts or eating fresh fruits that even the poor can grow.
Including dried fruit,
Oh, dried fruit is very popular.
especially for the rich. And then they make something called a fruit cake.
This is not your grandmother's food.
A fruit cake is a cake that is made with dried fruit, flour, and other things, and then it's doused in alcohol. The reason is, this is meant to be kept for a long time. You never eat a young fruit cake. It has to be at least 2 weeks old before you even touch it.
The longer the better. The longer the dousing, the more.
Right, so you would
So
make a
deep.
fruit cake for a special occasion. One of the reasons why they would use it for a special occasion is because they would want to decorate it extremely well, and they needed something that would last a long time. And also, if you wanted to say, remember said special occasion a year later, you could have some of the same cake, as long as you douse it once every 2 weeks with alcohol.
Ooh la la. Gee.
Normally, peasants would never, ever, ever be able to afford a fruit cake. It was something only for the wealthy.
But the king is in town and we're providing the feast for him, so.
I snuck some.